Was the shift? How has that change been with last year moving to one and then moving back to a 3-4 this year?
Well, I mean, we ran 3-4 my freshman year and my sophomore year, so it's fairly kind of all the same concepts, just the verbiage is a little bit different. So for me personally, the switch was it's not too bad, but I know for a lot of guys, the only defense they played in was Coach Hope's defense, so just getting them adjusted to the 3-4 is something we're trying to work through right now.
What was the offseason for you? And what did you set a goal for yourself in the offseason, like strength-wise or speed-wise or anything?
Yeah, I mean, every offseason you just want to come in trying to get better in all aspects, like work on your weaknesses. So I want to get more flexible and I want to get bigger and faster.
Did you accomplish that?
Yeah, I did.
You came on strong in the second half of the season. Were you kind of jumping at the bit for spring practice to get here so you could keep that momentum going?
Yeah, going into the winter, I definitely wanted to work on a lot of things. My pass rushing and getting stronger and faster. So I can't wait to get out of spring ball.
Coaches have talked about relaying with the seniors and relying on them to connect and help the team bond. What have you noticed with this new staff as a senior in your last year with this program?
I think if anything, it's just the enthusiasm. They're all very excited to be here. They're all very excited to get things rolling.
Overall, as a defense, what do you think you need to improve as a defense to work on this season?
Tackling and takeaways. That's it.
The big two things.
Okay.
What's been your experience with Levitt and his style of coaching?
It's good. He's a great teacher. He's very enthusiastic and he's very straight to the point. So I like that. That's how I learned. If you tell me I do something wrong, I want to know I did it wrong. And if I did something right, I want to know it was right.
This offseason seemed like the team had a lot more team bonding things. How big was that for this group of?
I mean, as a team, we were already pretty close knit as a group, but having to be in those situations where you have to be around your teammates, especially in the off season when you don't really need to be around them.
Right.
It's good to just make sure everyone's on the same page, everyone's doing well, how they're doing this, whether it be in school and life, just make sure everyone's okay.
Anyone in particular that stand out that really just clicked for you guys?
No, not really. I mean, we just enjoy hanging out and stuff. Like the tournament we had, so we had a Madden tournament that was pretty hype because everybody gets on each other's heads and stuff like that. But
who won?
I think it was one of the old linemen won it. I think actually.
Is there anything that Levitt's had to do in coming here and kind of build from the ground up, from your opinion, to kind of get this thing turned around?
I mean, just teaching, because it's a new concept. It's a whole new verbiage for the defense, and for a lot of guys, it's the first time they've been in the 3-4. So I think just going for that base level of teaching and just building an understanding of how the defense works, in concept-wise, is something he's had to do.
You said earlier that Levitt said that the 3-4 that he's going to try to put in is different than the 3-4 that was run 2 years ago. Can you explain the differences there?
I mean, a lot of the things, it's more, I think it's a little bit more simplified as far as the verbiage. Like, you know what you're doing just based on one word, you know everything that's going on. And the calls are a lot less complicated as far as it's going to be one call as opposed to 3 different words for one call.
Sure. And then, who was it? Troy said the other day that now the linebackers are kind of the point men in the defense. You're making the calls. Was that the same last year? I feel like every level of defense had something there.
Oh, yeah. I think the linebackers, I mean, in almost any defense are always the point man. I think if anything, there's a lot more put on the safeties now as far as communicating to us with coverage and stuff like that.
Sure. Thank you.